Welcome to the More Life Podcast, where creatives, problem solvers, and entrepreneurs talk about squeezing more out and finding meaning in this crazy thing we call life. Let's dive in. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the More Life Podcast. And this week we have another special guest with us today. We have Daniela Gutierrez Nash from the Enchanted Beans Coffee Corporation in Ontario. Daniela, say hi to everyone, please.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
Excellent. I know coffee is very something passionate. We were just talking in the pre-interview about our coffee routines, and I'd love to hear the story about the Enchanted Beans coffee company that you have and how. Cause I'm having some right now here in my
Oh,
thermos, and I've yeah, exactly. See, you got the branded mug,
oh yeah.
so you get extra points for that. So tell me, how did
Thank
this
you.
start?
It started, my husband took paternity leave for 5 months when we had our second son.
We love that.
And yes, that was amazing, big help. Um, and during that time, it was just amazing having everyone home, spending time together. I'm a stay-at-home mom, but like the world keeps changing. I can't be a stay-at-home mom forever. So the
Yeah.
idea really came from the need to work, but the want to stay home with my children. And I went to Colombia in August of last year. I love coffee. I grew up drinking coffee. Even my mom doesn't want to admit it. She like gave me coffee when I was like 8. Um, Having coffee there is a totally different experience. The taste is so different. It's not bitter, and I felt like I was missing that and like that little piece of home. So, in wanting to come up with a business idea, the passion of coffee, I got there. And then things kind of lined up where I started looking into it and sourcing farms.
Mm.
Someone reached out to me, and we were able to work with the Federation, the Coffee Federation in Colombia, to begin to export with small farms.
Wow. Okay, that's a lot of information. I love it.
Yes.
So you have this passion, you
Yes.
enjoying it, and then you're in a place where you're like, I need to do a business. I don't want you want I'm assuming the flexibility, the mobility of having your own
Yeah.
business instead of being employed by an employer. And for some people it works, and for some people it doesn't. And if you're the personality type that it works, where you can run your own business and be accountable to yourself, you chose that path.
Yes.
To say I'm going to turn my passion into a business. And how long would you say did it take for you to like have the connections to get the blessings of the federation, the Coffee Federation of Colombia?
So that was a process, a
Yeah.
very lengthy one. But it was through the farm because I can't make connection with them. I mean, they work with their farmers. So it's the farmers want to export that really they connected to me.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, so
I got it.
through them, I had to be approved to work with them.
And how long have you guys been working together, or this business started? This is fairly new.
Okay, yeah, it's extremely new. We started contact with the farm like in March, and
Wow,
then
this year.
yeah, March of this year. And then things really sped up once we got approved, got all the logistical stuff to ship it here. Um, in August, we got our first delivery, and it's been a soft launch, but it's kind
Hmm.
of propelled into a really big launch with a lot of people reaching out and the coffee almost being sold out. We don't even have a website up yet. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so have you ever started a business before? Like, how did you know what your next steps was going to be?
No, this, I'm all winging this. Like, that's the fun, I guess. I'm winging it. We have a lawyer all of a sudden, like things are just going really fast. I'm learning as I go. I have not worked since 2020, and that's why, since the pandemic.
Yeah.
Um, so that's why. going back into the workforce, I was like, I think everything is very different and not like the flexibility wouldn't be there to be with my kids.
Right. And so you're in a place now where you're starting something in March
Yeah.
and it's growing. It's something is happening. So definitely the idea is a good idea because it's being proven every single day that you've been operating. So what are some of the successes that you're seeing right now? Because I guess you have a soft launch. I guess you're selling to family and friends. Are you doing, is that how it's starting right now?
No, it's being sold on Instagram. So we're doing all of our
Okay.
advertising through Instagram. We're based out of like Hamilton, so
Hmm.
we've really targeted the Hamilton community, and people just order through DMs right now until our website's up.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's awesome. And you also have the connections like to speak to the coffee source to I don't know what all the terms are like I used to work at a Starbucks and they used to throw out these terms as if they really meant something like the Swiss water decaf, organic, fair trade, single source or single origin coffee. So
yeah.
which of these things applies to what the enchanted bean is?
So Enchanted Beans Coffee is 100% Colombian Arabica beans. So there's two type of beans, Robusta and Arabica. We're
Yep.
Arabica. It's the only one that grows in Colombia. And we're 100% exclusive single origin. So there's single origin where it's from one country, let's say.
Right.
Ours is one bag is one farm. So that's why we also have it's like exclusive. It's micro lots. It's a very small farm. We only have
Got it.
a certain amount of number of these bags.
So is there are you having multiple different farmers that are
Yeah,
providing you guys? Yeah, okay.
yeah. So when our website is launched, we will have two farms. A third has recently signed up as well. And we're always acquiring new farms. We have a representative in Colombia that goes around and tastes the coffee from different farms.
So okay, this is fascinating because I really genuinely do like coffee. So you're in a position now where your passion is turning into your business. You're
Yeah,
learning as you're growing.
yeah.
You're trying to, navigate the waters of partnering with farmers, providing better tasting coffee so you have a better product. This is really exciting. Now, are you do you feel like you're making progress as you're going through all of these steps?
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
that's good.
keep, yes, it is. That's why I'm like, not struggling, but like trying to keep up with it because I am learning as I go and it's going so fast paced. More farms are wanting to sign up because this is a dream of these small farms. They want to export their coffee.
Right. And you're providing that to an audience for them. So let's talk quickly about, let's say, your marketing strategy. You're just using the Instagram platform. Are you doing paid ads? How are you growing your following?
Like I said, this was supposed to be a soft launch. It started with just friends and family. I haven't paid for any ad. It's just I've been consistent in posting. I network through small businesses.
Yep.
That's about it. That's as far as my marketing has gone so far until the website's
And
up.
it's working. Yeah, it's working though. And what's been the most challenging part, I guess, of the journey? I know you're a mother,
Yeah.
so you're challenge you're balancing all of these different things together, right? The household, relationships, business. Obviously, you want time for yourself. You're also a human being. How are you doing it all?
I don't get time to myself. Maybe when I shower.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. When you have kids, you have to sneak it in.
Yeah, it's crazy. It really is. It's been 2 months of just hectic nonstop, but I'm really enjoying it. Um, yeah, like I don't stop. That's the problem, I guess. I don't know how to balance, and I'm sure that's gonna come with time. I think right
Yeah.
now everything's just gonna be crazy until I
Do
figure it out.
Did you ever think that you would be an entrepreneur?
I didn't. I I didn't know what I wanted to do in life. I knew I
Hmm.
wanted to be a mom. That's about it. That's as far as I
Yeah,
got.
check.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I was like, okay, now what do I do? Because they're going to grow up. So,
Yeah. And the beautiful part is, as an entrepreneur, I tell people this all the time. It's one of those things where you either have the skills or you don't. The tenacity to like push through. And it's kind of like uh, being a crazy person to believe that you can start something out of nothing. And the fact that you say that you keep going and you don't stop and you work all the time, I'm like, oh yeah, she's gonna be fine. This business is gonna be perfectly fine. She's crazy the same way I'm crazy. She thinks that I'm
great.
gonna do it. I'm gonna keep going, and you're gonna figure out where the limit is to be like, oh, I've gone too far. But no one can tell you where that is until you
Yeah,
experience it, right? Like you're gonna
that's
go
what I
through
keep
all.
hearing. That's what people are like, you need to slow down or you're going to burn out. And I'm like, okay, but I have to keep going. I'll figure it out when I burn out, I guess. I think that's bad, but
It's actually good. Now, people will.
okay.
A lot of people will tell you that it's bad, and a big part of this show is how to navigate and balance that intersect right between
Yeah.
chasing your dreams and still trying to hold on to your sanity, because that's kind of the journey that I went on as well. And you start to realize the building stage is the craziest stage, but it's also the most fun stage. We
Yeah.
were just recording another episode prior to this, and one of the things I mentioned was I love the 0 to 10%. Building and ideating and growing a brand and growing awareness and sharing your ideas and getting it off the ground. Now, that 10 to 80%, that's where the rubber meets the road, and you have to be disciplined and you got to really focus. And the last like 20% is just painstakingly hard. That's the stuff you never want to do and you do last. Like I never want to like do invoicing and payroll and taxes, and
I haven't
I
even
don't
thought
want
of
to
that.
do.
Yeah.
That's the stuff
See?
that's hard.
I'm rolling with it. I'm just living the day to day right now.
Yeah. So right now, social media has been really big for your business,
Yes.
and content, obviously. What are some tips that you could use that you could share about leveraging social media?
Um, I'll share what I've done, which is really just target my community. We're in Hamilton, and I think if you want to grow, I really care about community. So I
Good.
reached out to small businesses. I care about that as well, supporting small businesses, to other women who are entrepreneurs, other women in businesses. And from there, the networking has worked in the sense that that's how I've grown. Oh, I think the audio cut out.
There you go. I'm still here. The big part that you mentioned there is community. Community is the backbone of how you're going to be able to get this off the ground. And I'm really excited to see that the people around you are supporting you, like people of the city of Hamilton, and you're making the right connections.
It's
A
been
lot of people,
amazing.
yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I think that like as a woman going in and like speaking to other women, you'd think there's competition, but everyone's been super uplifting and supporting and helpful if I have any questions. It's been really amazing.
That's good. What would you say to other young people that want to start a business? Maybe they've also just started, parenthood. Back in my day, when people started having kids, this is like 20 years ago, 15 years ago, they would start like the mommy blog. That's what it was like. That's when that came was really birth. All these big bloggers started because they were at
Yeah.
home and they wanted to supplement some type of income. What would you say to your younger self, to the person who maybe is young, just starting a family, and they want to try to do something that they're passionate about?
Just do it. Sometimes you just get in your head thinking, "Oh, I can't do it. I don't have enough time. I no one's gonna watch the kids." Like, just do it. Find a moment in the bathroom, like when you're making breakfast, really quick, check your phone. Like, just do it. Do it.
Yeah. I don't know if you know who Alex Hermosi is. He's like a Instagram, social media bro, but he shares really good insights about like entrepreneurship. And the way he talks about it is like going to the gym. People think they're too busy to go to the gym, or they're too busy to do, let's say, the business. When are you ever not busy? So if
Yeah,
you discipline yourself now to do it, even when you are busy, then you'll always be able to be disciplined and to prioritize your work to be able to get it done. But if you're waiting for you not to be busy to be
you're
able to
never
go
gonna
to the
do it.
gym, yeah, or start the business or to run the business or to start a second business, then you're never gonna do it. It's never
No,
gonna be right timing.
no, it never is.
So what's next for you? What's next for the business? I know you said the website's a big part of your marketing strategy, and
Yeah.
that you're looking to try to expand on that. What else are you guys trying to do? Are you guys trying to get into local roasting or cafes?
No, we strictly want to be e-commerce. Buy our
Ecom.
beans online, brew it
Nice.
at home, save money, and have some specialty coffee.
That's excellent. That's a great way to differentiate yourself, is to have that as a like direct to consumer, and that way you're telling people, listen, there's no reason why you can't have great coffee at home, and here's how.
Yeah,
And even when you gave me
exactly.
the package here of the coffee, you gave me the cards with it. Here's how to brew this.
Yes,
So
exactly.
do
You
you
can
find
do
that
it
that
at
is a
home.
barrier?
What's a barrier?
Did you find that was a barrier when you were giving the coffee to people that they didn't know exactly the best way to extract out of it?
Yes, because the flavor is different. It's like a little sweeter. So some people really like stronger coffee. And
Right.
we needed to show them, okay, if you want stronger coffee, here's how to brew it. And it was just easier to give a card with the coffee. So that way you know how to do it. You can put it on your fridge, put it beside your coffee machine, and the different ways too, because French press is probably the best way to try the coffee.
Right. That's what we did today with a French
Okay.
press. Yeah, because I'm at my office, the studio here. So
Yeah.
we're lucky to have like a lot of coffee machines. Like we have a Jira, we have a Breville,
Okay.
Bambino, and I brought the French press and the grinder from home, so we can
Oh,
get all
nice.
this stuff going and have it fresh. And again, if you're doing
Perfect.
French press, coarser ground and regular drip, all the regular stuff you want to make sure you're doing with this type of coffee. Daniela, I'm so excited that you were able to be here. How
Thank
can
you for having
people
me.
reach out to you, can find you? Let us know.
Yeah, we're on Instagram at enchantedbeanscoffee.co. You can follow us there. We do everything on there. You can buy from us there. Our website's going to be linked up there eventually. And yeah,
Excellent.
thank you for having me. This was amazing.
So excited to be here. Guys, I've been Bart. This has been the More Life Podcast. Peace out.